All right, kindergartners. So today for morning jobs, I already did my name and I practiced our new star word, which was go, G-O, go. I did it a couple times with lowercase g because that's tricky and I had to use the worm line. And then I did it with the uppercase G. I also wrote an opinion sentence, which you can do. I like to go to the store. And I stretched it out. Also at the top, don't forget, you have your 3 words that you need to pause the video now and make sure you write at the top so that you can read at home and stretch out the sounds. Remember, push each sound and slide them together. So push each sound and stretch it out. Push each sound and stretch it out. Once you're done with that, your sounds, and you've done the back, it's now time to practice our letter of the week, which is the letter C. So C can be a little tricky because it's gonna we have to make a curve. So I want everyone to cross out the worm line because we do not need the worm line. Now remember, you can erase your morning job board and practice writing your letter of the week on these lines, or you can go grab your handwriting board, which is what I'm using. I'm gonna use the big side, and then once I feel like I've got enough practice, I'll try it on the smaller side. So if you don't have this writing paper, go grab it now, or erase your morning job board and use those lines for it. Okay, so on this paper, I'm gonna cross off my worm line because I won't need it this week for C. So I'm gonna find the plane, or not the plane, I'm gonna find the skyline. And I'm gonna kind of go a little bit below it. And then this is what we're going to do for uppercase C. We're gonna curve up to the skyline, curve back towards the plane line, curve towards the grass line, and stop. So we have a little bit below, and it's a big curve. So I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna start just a little bit below the skyline, curve up to the sky, down towards the plane, and then all the way down to the grass and curve back up.
Miss O, does it have to touch the sky and the grass line?
It does. If you look for uppercase C, it's touching both the top, the skyline, and the bottom, the grass line. Don't let it float. So if I do it again, if it floats, curve up, it's not touching, we can't do it. That's not a good uppercase C. So I'm gonna do it another time. I'm gonna start just below the skyline. I'm gonna curve up to the skyline, back towards the plane line, and curve towards the grass line, up. Okay, all right, now the fun part about the letter C is that lowercase c is very similar, except we're only gonna use our bottom portion, just like we do for lowercase letters. So it's gonna look just like uppercase C, but it won't be allowed to fly in the sky. So let me show you how we do lowercase c. So for lowercase c, I'm going to need to find the plane line. I want to go just below it, and I'm going to curve up to the plane line, curve around back towards the grass line, touch, and curve up just a little. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to find the plane line, just go just below it, curve up towards the plane line, curve down towards the grass line, and up just a little. So if you guys see, just like uppercase C, I have to touch the plane line, touch the grass line. It can't float. And if I do a bigger uppercase C, just the same way, I'm gonna find just below the skyline. I'm gonna go back to the plane line, curve around to the plane line, and back down to the grass line and up. All right, I'm gonna turn it over. I'm gonna see if I can do it smaller now. Remember, uppercase C has to touch the sky and the grass. Lowercase c touches the plane line and the grass line. Okay, I'm gonna erase this on this side and turn it over and do some more practice. But now it's gonna be a little trickier because it's the smaller lines. So I'm gonna get rid of my worm line because I will not need that for this letter this week. So I'm gonna find the skyline. I'm gonna do uppercase first. Go right below, curve up and back around. Find the skyline, curve back towards the plane line, towards the grass line, and up. Do it again. Find below the skyline, back up to the sky, curve around to the plane line, back down to the grass line, and up. Ooh, that one's a good one. I'm gonna circle that one because that's one of my best ones so far. All right, I'm gonna go plain line, curve back towards the plain line, back up. All right, now I'm gonna do lowercase c. Remember, lowercase c cannot be up here. That's for uppercase c. It's gonna look the same, but we have to go plain line to grass line. All right, go right below the plain line, curve around to the grass line. Plain line right below, curve around to the grass line. Plain line, curve around to the grass line. Plain line, curve around to the grass line. Plain line, curve around to the grass line. Ooh, this one's a really good one. I'm gonna circle that one. So make sure you keep going all the way to the end, practicing uppercase C and lowercase c.